We are making a classic recipe, stuffed cabbage rolls. It makes for a great presentation as well as conversation. Go ahead, tap that like button. Now let's get into the recipe. This is a very simple 4-step recipe. We're going to prep, fill, roll, layer. It's not going to take that long. First step, let's prepare our small cabbage head. Rinse and remove about 1 inch of the root end. Parboil the cabbage by placing it in hot boiling water. Don't forget to place your loose leaves in the pot as well. Now the entire head should submerge into the water. If not, allow one side to cook 5 minutes, flip to the opposite side and repeat. Carefully peel, remove leaves, avoid tearing. Now let cool. Next, remove the thick part of the stem using a paring knife. I cut a small triangle shape technique. So we'll need about 10 to 12 leaves, and then we'll set them aside. This next step is optional. Chop remaining cabbage head into small bite-sized pieces and saute in butter, salt and pepper to taste, set aside. Moving on to step 2, we're making a simple homemade tomato sauce. Now, if you double this batch, you'll save time later because you can store it in the refrigerator and use it later in the week just by adding some pasta. Makes a great meal. Back into the recipe. Combine and saute your onions, your garlic, celery, 1 can of crushed tomatoes, 1 can of tomato sauce, and 1 can of tomato paste. Stir and add your seasonings, including brown sugar and apple cider vinegar. Now the recipe below with the exact measurements will be found in the description box. Give it a good stir and then simmer 10 to 15 minutes. Now, let's make that flavorful mixture of meat filling. In a large bowl, combine your ground beef and your ground pork. Add your egg as your binder, season with bell pepper, your W sauce, and add a heaping spoonful of the sauce, 1 cup of cooked rice. Now everything gets mixed together to form the base of your dish. It's time to stuff the roll, much like an egg roll. Now the rolls must be tight and the filling should be elongated like a log. Cabbage leaves make a nice sturdy wrap. Never mind the outer leaves of this cabbage head. The inner leaves do better in this recipe because they provide more moisture. That allows you to have a more even cook. Now it's time to layer. In a 9 by 13 baking dish, spread half the tomato sauce on the bottom and cover with the chopped buttered cabbage. Place the rolls on top. Now pack tightly the open end side down. Spread the remaining sauce on top. Cover with foil. That will help with the circulation of the steam. Now bake at 375 for 50 minutes. Remove that foil and then bake in the oven again for an additional 10 minutes. Keep in mind, filling must be thoroughly cooked. This dish makes for a great hearty fall casserole, and it can be made in the oven, on the stove top, or in the crock pot. Serve with a side of broccoli or mashed potatoes. It's a basic recipe, sure to bring compliments. You can meal prep the rolls in advance for those busy nights. And if there's any leftovers, they freeze well in an airtight container up to 3 months. We just came here to have fun. We're not staying long. Go ahead, hit that like button, share, comment, follow, and I'll see you next video. Enjoy!